Good day guys, nice to have you here. Today we will cover the 10 best heroes of Season 25, why they are and will have lasting relevance in the entire season, and some tips and tricks to help you reach their maximum potential in case you decide to play them. Also, this is an experimental video, and instead of covering the very best heroes including those frequently banned, we will only discuss heroes with a ban rate of less than 20% yet are very good picks. In addition to that, the heroes on this list are not sorted according to how good they are, since a lot of them are equally powerful. If you want to know my recommended heroes for each role in July, including recommended hero builds, I suggest watching this video instead. Also, on the 31st of July, I will discuss the best heroes for all roles in the month of August 2022, so make sure to watch out for that. Atlas is one of the best setter type tanks in the game. His passive, which was recently revamped last season, is one of the best reasons why he is so good. Escaping is close to impossible when you are in his presence, and with his ultimate, which not only deals decent damage for a tank, can also disable multiple enemies in a wide area. One of the best ways of playing Atlas is by using his first skill when he is in ejected state. Doing so will allow his armor left behind to also slow enemies and cast his first skill, therefore allowing Atlas to harm more targets in an even wider area. Atlas is best played with a combination of defense and skill cooldown reduction in mind. Thomas, ever since receiving an adjustment on his skill mechanics, has been tremendously powerful. He can be a great jungler and a side laner. His ability to cycle through his skills and passive skill fluidly enables him to deal true damage in fairly quick successions. Regardless of what role you're playing him, needing too much damage equipment will not be a necessity. The reason behind this is Thomas is the type of hero that thrives the battle of endurance. The point of his skill set is to survive the enemy skill combos, and if he does, gaining advantage using his skill set while his enemies are scrambling through their unavailable skills. To play him effectively, use his ultimate once your target is already committed to clashing things out. Remember that his ultimate provides some HP, so using this after receiving some damage is a good way to gain some advantage. Whenever applicable, remember to recast his first skill as well. If your target is within your basic attacks range, keep recasting his first skill whilst dealing damage using basic attacks alternatively. Doing so will trigger his passive's true damage more frequently. And because of how he is played, having Endless Battle is a must. Not only does it provide some HP sustain via lifesteal, it also reduces your hero's skill cooldown, inflicts true damage after casting a skill, and improves movement speed temporarily, which are all very useful attributes and traits for Thomas. Kimi may not be one of the most picked nor banned heroes, but she definitely packs a punch, especially since her damage output is magic, which benefits her so much considering that some magic defensive equipment were nerfed. With Kimi, there's really no special way of playing better, nor any secret sauce. You just have to keep practicing her movement in order for you to hit your targets better and eventually perfectly. Take note that Kimi's attack speed does not increase, and instead, every 10% of it is converted to 5 movement speed. Build her whichever way you want, whether with physical or magic equipment, but if there's an equipment you should never lose out on, that's Ice Queen Wand. This equipment provides all of her needs, such as permanent bonus movement speed, HP sustain, and some magic power. What makes it special though is its slowing capability, which allows Kimi to escape and prevent enemies from escaping. Also, if you really want to play her to her full potential, play her as a jungler. She is one of the most efficient junglers and really benefits from the earlier respawn time the Crips were given this season. Ascension is a very versatile critical type assassin. He can keep attacking enemies from a distance because of his passive skill. He is also excellent in higher levels of play because of his ability to reveal all enemies hidden. The key to playing him successfully is keeping in mind that he works best when his long-ranged and melee attacks are used interchangeably. After each weapon swap, Ascension's next 2 basic attacks will be enhanced and will be a guaranteed critical strike. The basic attack will deal between 60% to 100% critical damage, while the second basic attack will deal 60% to 75% critical damage. It increases his movement speed by 20% for 1 second. Each enhanced basic attack will reduce the cooldown of his first skill by 1 second. I strongly suggest getting him equipment with very high physical bonus damage. Also, I believe his core equipment is Endless Battle because of how well this weapon sustains his needs as far as stats and attributes are concerned. It has skill cooldown reduction, of course physical attack, lifesteal, and a unique passive that allows him to deal bonus true damage after every skill cast. And since his first skill has an extremely low cooldown, Ascension will be able to maximize this equipment to its full potential. In your case though, my recommended equipment is any of the items we have online. We have apparel, travel mugs, tumblers, and so much more. Here's the best part. You can also customize your own merch by either using a combination of the designs we already have available, or you can give it your personal touch by uploading your own design. Click the link below in the description and check it out. Lunox is a very versatile mage carry. She may not be as famous as the other picks in the meta, but that doesn't mean she's weak. In fact, she is still considered one of the most powerful mages in the game. Not only is she very difficult to defend against because of her very potent magic damage penetration, she is also challenging to kill because of the increase in survivability she gets in Brilliance or Light form. One of the reasons why people aren't picking her as much as the other mages is because of the practice one must undergo in order to play her to her full potential. When Power of Chaos is enhanced, 80% of her cooldown reduction will be converted into magic penetration. When Power of Order is enhanced, 120% of her cooldown reduction will be converted into physical and magic defense. Lunox is a mana-hungry mage, so it's best getting Demon Shoes as a permanent equipment for her. While I agree that she can play as well as a support, I think playing her as a mage carry is the best choice. Invest on a lot of magic power equipment, especially Holy Crystal and Divine Glaive for that juicy magic damage of hers. Esmerelda is a very powerful battle mage with a very flexible build path. Some people may not notice this, but having a shield does more than just protect Esmerelda. It also prevents enemies from stealing HP or using spell vamp effectively against her. Basically, no damage dealt to her actual HP is equals to 0 HP stolen or vamped. Esmerelda is a great side laner and can be an amazing jungler as well. In order to effectively utilize her skills, sufficient cooldown reduction is needed. I strongly believe the key to giving her unlimited shields is by having Enchanted Talisman plus any other equipment with skill cooldown reduction. Make sure to activate her first skill before her second skill because her second skill lowers her first skill's cooldown. If you use her second skill first, you'll end up cutting your shield cycle. Aldus is a good pick right now as long as he is played as a jungler. Because of the adjustments they made to the jungle creep's respawn time, gaining stacks for Aldus will be so much easier. And let's not forget that Twilight Armor's effect has been changed last season and is no longer a good equipment to buy against Aldus. Aldus becomes tremendously effective when given Endless Battle early, Malefic Roar, and of course Blade of Despair. Make sure to get those equipment for him in order for you to rack up the kills fast and early. Make sure to also last hit your targets using her first skill as much as possible in order for you to gain more stacks. Johnson is a powerful tank that a lot of players take for granted. He has pretty good crowd control abilities and can reach his targets quite quickly thanks to his ultimate. The issue why most people are having issues with him is because somehow a lot of us have this weird tendency to recall back to base before using his ultimate. What's up with that? That's wasting so much time. Just go ahead and use it whenever appropriate. No need to recall. You are simply giving the enemies more time to react. Also, make sure to pick him with allies that work great with his combo. In most cases, such heroes are mages, which are Odette, Vexana, Veil, and Eve, just to name a few. Notice that the combo heroes I recommended were usually played on the mid lane, because that's ideally how it should work. Rather than recalling back to base, have the mid laner clear the lane while you are providing vision around the area, and the enemy jungler is the most ideal way of prepping up for his ultimate. Being close to the mid laner gives Johnson easy access to all areas including both side lanes, which are the XP lane and the gold lane. And again, let me just put emphasis that being close or around the mid lane means Johnson should be always visible clearing minions. No, as much as possible, the same way as any tank, Johnson should be hidden in bushes and provide vision. Stop making enemies fully aware of where you are. Protect your allies by guarding key entries that can be used to gank them. Kofra may not be as famous as before, but he is still one hell of a tank. In addition to having multiple control abilities, he is also an excellent pick against most meta heroes since they all utilize dash and or blink skills in order to become successful. Same as any tank, make sure to provide vision to your allies, especially when taking major objectives. Kofra is great with a lot of battle spells, but I strongly believe Flicker is the best choice for him, same as any other tank setter. Popol and Koopa are actually very good right now, especially when played in the jungle. Unlike most other marksmen, Popol and Koopa doesn't need any help, which makes things easier for the roamer. I know it's been a while, but remember that the developers changed how Koopa's stats improve. His HP is now fueled by physical damage. So if you want a tank here and at the same time powerful Koopa, get physical damage equipment instead. I highly suggest getting Berserker's Fury and Windtalker, or try to give him the right mix between physical damage and attack speed. Keep in mind that what makes Popol and Koopa powerful is the damage they deal in ultimate form and the stacks gained from their passive. That concludes our Mobile Legends video for today. What do you think? Should we replace some heroes on the list? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay safe everyone. Peace.